Welcome to another episode of LOBE Cast. We today are going over week 3 recap, and we'll dive into a little bit of week 4 stuff. It's a fucking crazy day out there as usual. Dolphins are the best, Eagles are the best. We don't know what all is going to happen going forward, but right now, the Dolphins, Eagles, best in the league. What do you think, Ryan?
It's wild to even say. I mean, imagine if that was a Super Bowl. No one would saw that coming.
Oh man, and it's
Be a crazy
exciting.
Super
Could you
Bowl.
imagine? It's exciting as hell.
Tua versus Hurts,
Oh
the
man,
Super Bowl. That'd be pretty wild.
fast everywhere. Offenses are great. It'd be fun. All right.
It
So
would be fun.
for our recap for week 3, everyone's probably wondering if I won. As you can see, I did not. So I
Kid,
let
not.
I let Doug, our 3-time champ, go ahead and get a win this year. I had to do it. Someone had to do it. I let him have it.
You laid on the sword for the 3-time champ. Is that what you're trying to say?
I had to. Of course, the only person that showed up in my entire league is Barkley. I don't even count Akers. He fumbled. I want to sell him. Anybody listening? I'm selling Akers. You can have him dirt cheap on clearance. I know. Send your trade over. It's gonna get rejected probably anyway, but send it over. I have low value for him. I just letting you know. My value for him is I'm had it.
Washing his hands of this nonsense, he says.
Not much I can do here. Doug even wet the bed. He sucked.
I was gonna say this is like probably the worst. Like this is toilet bowl right here.
Yeah, garbage. Not much to say. All right,
His Cowboys defense,
the
yeah,
Cowboys defense won him the game,
much. Monday night rolled around and he was just smacks.
and of course Kelsey.
Basically, I think it was Demarcus Lawrence pretty much won it. He had 3 sacks. One player pretty much destroyed you.
Doug, if you're listening, bud, it was a great matchup. I should have won. It came down to Monday night. Why not? It's Doug and Cruz. It's a classic. I usually come up on top, but not this time. So, Derek and Corey.
He moves
Wow.
ugly.
Oh my, Corey. Let's go.
This was a blowout. This was just a from front to back blowout.
Can we talk about Corey for a moment? Corey comes into the league after being out of the league, and keep in mind, our league is savage. He had a great draft, and usually you can't say that in our league because someone steals all the running backs. And he did great. He's got himself Fournette, Cook. What else he's got here? He's not starting another one. Ooh, that's all he got. Oh, Gibson. My bad. Oh, yeah. 3 great backs. Why have another one? He said screw it. He just filled it up with depth.
Yeah, and I mean, so far across the 3 weeks, he scored 130, 130, and now 160. So good floors, good average to have. And the
Man.
162 was the highest on the week. So
And he's got Deontay Johnson
that's more.
sitting on the bench. Okay, we did talk about the young Ho being the difference maker here. And
He's got the young ho luck. Look at
did.
this, bam,
Wow.
12 points.
Boom. 12 to 8.
That's great.
It was a great kicker matchup, as usual. That's the first thing we should be looking at every time. Jalen Hurts took it away here. Congratulations, corn dog.
I'm pretty sure we called that. We're like, that's an easy win.
That's it. Yeah, we knew that.
Look at Alvin over here. Alvin hasn't done anything for 3 straight weeks.
No.
Thus far, a busted first round pick. Unfortunately,
You
I'd
hate
have
to
never
see
guessed.
it. Boys, you
I'd
hate
never
to see it.
guessed.
I that hurts my soul. Because he had to take a pick at running back. And why not? Why not him?
Real, why not him? I'd have taken him if he was available in the first round.
Who would
Be
have called
hurting
Jeff
if
Wilson here?
And he had all the carries, right? So
Yeah, I think so. But he fumbled the ball.
yeah, fortunately. Didn't say all the carries. No one has all the carries ever, but he had the
Most of the
majority of the
carries, yeah.
rushes, and he was ripping off a couple good ones, if I remember.
That game was a 10-11. Dude, what is up with our boy Russell
Ooh,
Wilson?
yeah.
Oh, this is matchup.
Up
Hang
some
on.
stats in the Discord, comparing him to Geno Smith.
Oh
Geno,
no.
Geno Smith on the year has more passing touchdowns, completions, and for fantasy players, more fantasy points. Russell Wilson.
Damn, poor
Russell
Russell
Wilson has
Wilson.
30 more yards. That's it. That's the only thing he's beaten really, in.
Oh, you hate to see it.
Oof.
Really hate to see it.
But Derek's team kind of just disappointed him. The Chargers defense went negative. Oh,
Oh
I
man.
feel so bad because you're like, shouldn't even played him. I would have never guessed that the Chargers gave up 38 points to Jacksonville.
Why does the Chargers look so bad?
Why does Jacksonville look good?
What is going
Question.
on?
I don't know.
Why is fantasy football so hard this year? Yeah, I didn't study. Yeah, I didn't do any work.
Well, also this week in particular, very odd week for like studs and performing. Our in general, like our average across this week was 124 points. Last week's average was 153, and week 1 was 154. So we're across the board down. It was a weird week for our high value players.
Well, you hate to see it.
Yeah, it was a strange week. It really was. But Corey
Alright,
pulled off this win pretty
Corey
easily.
got this one. Let's move on. There's not much to see here, to be honest. Besides Snead. Snead was awesome.
A little Snead in there.
Pity you fools! And Bosa. This was the matchup of the week. For me.
It played out like it, too.
And it was baller from start to finish.
Oh, man.
Man, did we have a fucking fight for this one. Lamar Jackson's a fucking cheat code in fantasy football. If you have him in your league, congratulations. You have won the sweepstakes. You drafted him low. No one wanted him because they were like, oh, it's Lamar. He has no one to throw to. It's a garbage offense. And I agree. But it's Lamar. Look at him go.
It's Lamar. 100 rushing yards.
Brian was right.
It feels so good. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hard to say, but Ryan's right.
Contract year. He's going to do this all season until he breaks.
Oh, God. I hope not. I hope someone learns how to stop him, and then the whole league is like, oh, that's how you do it? Okay, we can do it. And every team adopts that.
Oh, man. See, it's a contract year. He's going to use his legs as much as he
Otherwise,
did
he
his
breaks
rookie year.
Peyton Manning's record for touchdowns this year. What do you want?
I'm not saying that. I know he'll have a down week. I'm just saying that
we're talking 60 touchdowns as his average in the season right now.
I say he's going to have more than 40. Sure.
I mean, he stays healthy. This dude's getting 50 at least. I feel like this dude is unbelievable. You have a cheat code.
I do have a cheat code at the moment. Hopefully he stays healthy. Hopefully when his floor hits, doesn't hit too low.
I pulled him up for everybody to see. If you're watching this, 25 points week 1 against the Jets. He didn't even need to play the whole game. They probably sat him in the half. I don't remember. 55 points week after against the Dolphins, who just put down the Bills to 19 points. Lamar dominated the Dolphins. A healthier Dolphins squad, too. New England, he does 44 points. Your boy Belichick, the dominator on defense. No, he slammed him. Pay the man. Hey, do you think Belichick's trying to lose this year? And then, also, do you think that Belichick's saying that he had earlier when he got asked about Lamar Jackson getting paid and how they should pay him, do you think...
Don't think anyone ever throws a game.
You don't think Belichick is throwing games to win some picks right now against some better quarterback pick?
No, I really just look at that roster and I go, it's devoid of talent. Tell me where the talent is that we know about. And then I'm not surprised whenever people aren't running the right routes, they're not in the right spots. So,
Can you believe Belichick would have that happening though?
I mean, if you don't have the players to do you want to do, then
Yeah.
I mean, you only can do so much.
So we'll move
I
on from
think
Mr.
I could say
Jackson
this. I
in
could
New
say
England.
this with that situation with Belichick. I could see him not going out and shooting for the moon for high talent. Just like this is good enough of talent. Like not maybe necessarily going 100% in as far as money and draft capital and stuff like that. Knowing that he could get more money and more draft capital later and make that move later. I do think he's trying to go out there and win football games.
He is a chess player while we're all playing checkers usually.
That's true.
All right, so the running backs here, pretty much a wash.
Yeah, and look at me now. I told you that my running backs would do something at some point, even though I didn't draft them till late.
I am impressed. This is a specific year though that this strategy worked great for.
So far.
So far. Uh, Usually this is not the case, ladies and gents. If you do not go for a running back in our league early, you are making a mistake. Usually. This year,
Usually.
Ryan has changed the game. He said no running backs. First 5 rounds. Was it
Flip it
first
on its
6?
head.
Whatever it was.
First pick was Chase or Diggs, one of the two.
Unbelievable. And they didn't
My
even
draft went
dominate.
like Chase. Yeah, my draft went like Chase, Diggs, Pittman. I think I did take Elijah Mitchell after that, then Lamar. Be Sutton after that, and then circled back and got Singletary or Harris.
This is some hog shit, too. Your bench running back scored 23 points.
And DeAndre Swift is hurt, and he's liable not to play the next couple of weeks. So, bam, Jamal Williams is probably gonna be a starter. Get all the workload,
Oh.
plugging them right in. Boom. No more Harris. I'll keep the Bills' high-powered offense running back, and the next couple of weeks, all Jamal Williams show.
The little grunt or moan you guys heard me just a moment ago was an instant headache as soon as Ryan told me that he has another running back coming up thanks to Swift being down. Instant headache, ladies and gentlemen. Temperature is up. We are going to move
Why?
on.
Why in the zero RB you get everyone else's backups for the weeks that this shit happens. Sorry, Ben, that you lost. You shouldn't have lost to me, by the way, Ben. Micah Parsons and Bosa just needed to combine for 17 points for you to beat me on Monday night or Sunday night, and they only got you 10.
That's sad.
That sucks. Like, that hurts. I fully expected to lose this. I was like, no way. Bosa and Parsons don't both get a sack or a fumble or something.
How did Ben
And
call
it
this
never happened.
this fucking Eagles defense? Who would have seen this coming?
Oh, right? Hurt me bad. I was like, oh my goodness. But yeah. Sorry, Ben. You probably deserved to win that one way more than I did. But I do think the Celebi wants to come back.
Ben,
She's missing me.
trade me Aaron
The luck.
Rodgers. You ain't gonna play Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is garbage.
This man's desperate for a quarterback.
I need a quarterback. I can't get a quarterback that scores over 9 points. Go ahead, check it. Check the records all 3 weeks. Quarterback under 10 points. It's terrible. I can't predict anything right now. Let's go to Captain Kirk.
All
Captain
right.
Kirk and Tom. Tom pulled away with this one. 123
It was
to 98.
pretty close for a little bit, and then Tom just kind of just pulled away, like you said.
So a big play on this one is Kirk's running back went down. and he had the backup. Sat him. 32 points on the bench, 157 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns, and 12 receiving yards.
This is like the worst feeling as a fantasy owner to like make the right play, the right call of like, yes, Chicago's running back against Houston.
Yep.
It's a great matchup, and you were 100% right, except for the guy got hurt and his backup went out there and destroyed.
And it cost you the game.
Pretty much cost you the game. So you were right. You were 100% right. This feels so like you got robbed. You did everything right, and it just an injury.
Yeah.
That just flukily happens.
Kirk, you got robbed, my guy. Tom, you got away with one right here.
Lucky. You got lucky, but you also scored a decent amount for the week. Like 123 is actually a good score for this week.
It's not bad.
This week.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'd say the star of this game probably Derrick Henry.
He's back.
He's back.
Rushing that ball 20 times, getting almost 100 yards. 58 reception yards.
Yeah, that's really good for Derrick Henry.
Very good.
All right. Chris and Jimmy. I thought this one was going to come out tight and Jimmy come up top. Congratulations, Jimmy. You have made the 3-time LOBE champ. The other one. 0-3. Beautiful. I must applaud. If I had a soundboard here, I'd fucking light it up right now.
Woo!
Yeah, exactly.
Good work, Jimmy. But I am also scared of Jimmy's team. Jimmy's team is very good. We keep saying this because they keep putting up points.
I'm terrified.
Josh Allen is just as good as Lamar. I'm pretty sure Allen's the number 2. And if I had to pick between the two, I love that I get so much extra points because of the running of Lamar, but I bet Allen is going to have a safer floor in the weeks that someone actually does figure out how to shut down Lamar.
Really not that great of a game for him, besides a few people went off.
Yeah.
Mark Andrews at tight end. Whenever you get a tight end that scores 2 touchdowns, you might win.
Might just went off that, but Mark Andrews been doing this. Like, he's the number 1 target for a boy, Lamar. So
11 targets. Oh my god.
I believe he's got over a quarter of the target shares over there to himself. And then Patterson went off against Seattle, 144. Rushing touchdown to himself. He just had some boomers, and the boom plays were enough to get over. I wouldn't say a terrible game, but wise by Leroy, but not enough.
No.
If Aaron Jones wasn't good for him, the Walrus didn't do anything in that trade he made. So that didn't help this week.
It's tough. It's tough in our league. You put up 137 points and still lose. That's tough. Our league, any week,
tough.
You're sus to lose. Even the week you said you were going to beat me, somehow you had a bad week almost, and I could have pulled away. Almost.
Yeah, you could have.
You pulled away on that Monday nighter, I think.
Yeah.
But
ugly there at the end. But it was close, and I was like, this is crazy.
It did come down to it. When you play me, expect to have a bad week. That's what happens when people play me. They overthink their lineup. Usually I have some fucking voodoo going on with their team where I've manipulated some shit, and now I'm good to go. Did some Jedi mind trick movement.
Sly comments here or there, make them think.
Yeah. To the closest matchup this week. Maybe not a barn burner, but a really good one.
Razor close.
Isaac
For two teams that didn't put up very many points at all, this went back and forth.
Jason
little point to little point.
Solidified his spot at the top of the LOBE rosters. This is insane. He's
He's
3 and
3-0.
0.
I mean, if 115 is his low, which it kind of looks like it is, he'll have a great year.
Yeah. Burrow does great.
Hmm.
Dude, Burrow is doing good for a quarterback right now.
Doing decent. You would love to have him, wouldn't you?
Oh, fuck yeah. Trade me Burrow. If you're listening, Jason, trade me Burrow.
Uh,
Although,
Caffrey got 100 yards, so can't be upset about that. Just didn't get in the end zone.
Devontae Smith, 28-point game left on the bench here. Could have been the game changer.
Olave could have been the game changer,
Oh,
right?
man. Wow.
But I wouldn't play Devontae Smith over Mike Williams, Debo, and Waddle. So I have no issue
What a fucking
benching.
combination.
But the same can be said of like Olave over here. Like I don't know that I'd play Olave
It's
or
Wentz.
McLaurin or DJ Moore.
I don't know why.
It was Carson. He got sacked 9 times by that Eagles defense.
Damn.
9 sacks. I don't remember
I'm
what
sorry,
sacks are in the
Isaac.
leagues. I think it's -2 for a sack. It's negative 18 points.
Man.
Dude.
Wow.
A fumble. And that's negative. He's in the negative 20 points.
That's terrible.
They ran a touchdown in. Didn't even throw one in.
Oh,
Like,
God.
dude. Murdered.
Yeah.
Murdered.
Hey, if
Dude, it's
Isaac's
literally him.
Isaac's not listening to this week, and say, what's the chances he drops Wentz this week after this game?
He's dropping his ass.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm thinking.
It's gone.
100%. I'm dropping this fool.
Oh, I'm gonna light this dumpster on fire and shove it down. What's hilarious is like, all know this is really who Carson Wentz is. The first couple weeks were just fucking mirage, and then this week he takes his mask off, and what's underneath? Oh, it's Carson Wentz. Yeah, because it's fucking Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
It's what he does. He gets sacked 9 times.
Jason
Sure.
and Isaac's teams are pretty juicy, but Isaac.
Oh, I'm gonna call this out now. I bet you and Isaac are gonna fucking scrap. It's scrap over Jared Goff.
Oh my God.
It's gonna be a pitting war.
How do you know I even have? You probably saw
Oh, 'cause I was
you
like,
probably looked at
no.
my waiver. You agreed not to look at my waivers.
Didn't
You
look
know
at
I'm going
shit. You
after
said
that
no.
guy.
The reason why I was like, I wonder who he's gonna go get, because Carson Wentz, right? And I was like, who's